The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, they need some wins to start adding up here in a hurry. More or less half the season behind us, and they are still struggling to prove they can contend. And you remember when LeBron first came back to Cleveland, there were some growing pains. Things didn't gel right away. But this is a team that knows what it's doing now, Kenny.
Well, it only took them about 2 months, honestly, Ernie. I mean, they went to the NBA Finals. So, yeah, the best in the East. These guys, LeBron, any team he's on, he's kind of like the Shaquille O'Neal of his day. Any team that he's on is going to be favored to win the NBA championship. Well, and I'm not kissing up to him because he's sitting on the other side.
Well, thank you, Kenny. But players like Kevin Love, they're adapted to their new roles. You have to give a lot of credit to the front office, too, finding role players that fit. Thank you for the compliment, Kenny.
Oh, truth is truth, man.
That's it for us here as we send you to Kevin Harlan, the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I love you guys, too.
It's a love.
But it's a one-way love.
Thank you.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the home of the Cavaliers, Quicken Loans Arena, as we are in Cleveland, Ohio. And, of course, Corey Brewer. He won't be an option for them.
And, Kevin, he was an important player for him, I think more than people give him credit for. And that's not to say the trade was a mistake, but this is a guy they'll miss.
Well, Smitty, we have a fantastic matchup between two of the top centers in the league right in front of us here. It's a throwback to an era of an earlier time when big men were dominant in this league.
Kevin, I remember those days when you just sat down, you wanted to see Shaq versus Ewing, Akeem versus David Robinson. Those were fun. Yes, as a guard, we had matchups, but you know that was different. Those were the big men battling. Yes. I miss those days.
I do too. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Caldwell-Pope for three. Thompson with the rebound. Cleveland with the ball. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus, but they held each other accountable and played hard.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And it's Ingram missing.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
And it's Smith penetrating, and it's off the back rim. No good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Ball dishes to Lopez. Cranes the three-pointer. Lopez has got himself on the board with 3 there.
I love how Ball moves the rock. Incredible instincts on the offensive end.
Love kicks to Smith. Back to Love. Over Randall. And there's Love. That's good on the assist by Smith. Love's got his second bucket of the night. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ball, the pass to Randall. Dishes it to Ball. Lopez sets a screen for Ball. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Hill.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got his first basket.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Ball kicks to Randall. The kick out to Lopez. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Outside Hill. The three-pointer no good. Ball with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Knicks in New York.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game. And that quick first step that Caldwell Pope possesses is lethal. Drawing the contact there thanks to his aggressiveness.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Steve, when you watch Caldwell Pope out there, you can see the impact he has on the defensive side. Very active hands, and he can erase a player from an offense.
He isn't a flashy defender, but he makes his presence felt. Very hard to shake and will pick you up far from the rim. A lot of stars underperform on offense when they are guarded by KCP.
And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
And here's Randall. George Hill getting it to go from deep. Clock at 6. Here's Lopez. The 10-footer finds the target. Lopez has got 5 points so far.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Now here's James. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
And it's good for 2.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Randall. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Lopez missing again.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right.
Look at that.
Nice. And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Ball dishes to Ingram. Lopez a screen. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And James throws it down.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's given them the upper hand.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
You know, their focus wasn't there in that one. Same with the shot selection.
I've seen worse shooting nights, but this was pretty bad, and it obviously cost them the game.
And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Los Angeles.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the three-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Love, and Love throws it down.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
Now, here's Ball. He's guarded by Hill. Now here's Ingram. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And that one comes up a bit short.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominating on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
For 3, Smith. A rebound by the Lakers. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
It's always interesting. You're not exactly sure what you're going to get, but it'll be fun to see how it plays out.
The screen from Thompson. Smith against Caldwell Pope. The drive by Love, and the shot goes down.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And it's easy to see why LeBron James wanted Kevin Love in Cleveland. Both of them multi-skilled, multi-talented, and both have extremely high basketball IQs for the game.
And it seems like Kevin Love's game really fits alongside LeBron's.
It does. A great outlet passer, setting up LeBron on a lot of breakaways. And on the offensive end, he can space the floor and create second chance opportunities.
Ball, the pass to Lopez. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lopez has got 7 points.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
The screen from Thompson. Hill kicks to Thompson. Thompson sets the pick for Hill. Out to Smith, beyond the arc. The offensive rebound, Thompson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Aggressive defense, too aggressive. Thompson goes up strong and draws the foul.
And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Well, Tristan Thompson, the only player I've heard of to switch his shooting hand for free throws midway through his career. He's basically ambidextrous, so why not give it a try?
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Rodney Hood's checked in for LeBron. Corver comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for George Hill. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And Tristan Thompson remains a relatively poor shooter, free throws and otherwise. He's tried to add a 15-footer, Smitty, but I don't know if that's in the cards.
And I think he's probably better off just staying around the rim. The kind of rebounder he is, sometimes you just have to play to your strengths.
It's a pick by Love. Hood dishes to Love. And it's blocked. Out to Hood from the arc. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Zizic comes in for Thompson. And it's Nance in for Kevin Love. Lakers trail by 12. Thomas kicks to Fry. They set the screen. Thomas with the ball. Now defended by Korver. Thomas against Korver. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. No good from Fry.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Hood can't get it to go.
That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Here's Zubac. Misses off the left iron. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Here's Clarkson. 8 points his last outing. Here's Nance. Misses the three. Thomas against Korver. Zubac the pass to Thomas. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Off the mark. Had a chance to trim it to single digits. Cleveland's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. And that one good from Clarkson.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Lakers trail by 15. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Timeout called the Lakers. And offensively, the great teams pass up a good shot for a great shot. And San Antonio seems to be a nice example of that. If not this year, certainly in the past. Where do you draw the line, though, Steve, between great passing and then overpassing?
Well, I think then you start to look at teams that are saying these guys are not equipped mentally or physically or skill-wise to take that open shot. If you have an open shot, you got to be a little selfish, and obviously if it's a better shot, you move it on. But at times, you got to take that good shot and believe that you can make it or just make the right play. A lot of teams are not making the right play. They're overpassing.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. Pass to Hood. Outside Korver. He dishes it to Clarkson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Zizic. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two. Zizic has got his first bucket in this one. And the Lakers have possession. Thomas kicks to Zubac. There's a good screen. Korver against Thomas. It's stolen by Korver. Now, here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And a huge payroll for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Steve, there's been tension at times with LeBron demanding more help to keep his team in title contention.
Yeah, the dollar signs, the luxury tax payments, and the tens of millions. Ownership made that commitment when they asked LeBron to come back. Money is no object when it comes to winning rings.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Here's Thomas. Doesn't go for him. Korver with the defensive effort. The Cavaliers leading by 17. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Rodney Hood played 1 season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
I like Rodney Hood. He plays with great patience. He goes through his progressions off the pick and roll. Once he gets past his initial defender, he keeps them walled off behind him and forces the help D to make a decision.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Hood standing 6'8". Even the defender's breathing down his neck. He can get his shot off without Steve too much concern.
You know, the reason why is he's a triple threat. Pass, shoot, drive. He's shown the ability to read the defense and make the right decision.
Thomas gets a wide open look, and the Lakers with another miss.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach Luke Walton.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to be successful, they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees, unquote, every time the ball goes into the post. If they don't, he thinks they're going to be in for a long night. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Got a piece of it. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Shoots off the screen, and he hits the jumper for 2.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets 1 to go.
Cleveland leading by 17. Clarkson with the ball. Now guarded by Ennis. Hood dishes to Nance. And the shot is long. Los Angeles has gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Zubats. Great D that time from Hood.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling. You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
Lakers trail by 19. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ennis kicks to Thomas. Back to Ennis. The floater. That's tipped. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Thomas. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
A nice move, attacking in the paint with confidence.
Hood for 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Cleveland, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
through that first one. They've turned this thing into a track meet.
Fun to watch. They give you no time to set up on defense, and we see that reflected in the score.
Jordan Clarkson is out there with Kyle Korver. Then it's Nance. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Zizic in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. He used that pick to get in close. 6 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Clarkson passes to Zizic. The dish to Hood. That shot off, so the Lakers will take it the other way. Over Fry, once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Can you believe it? He's missed every shot he's taken, yet this team still continues to hold the lead.
Took him no time at all on that one. Thomas got 8 points.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Clarkson passes to Zizic. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Ennis misses.
The defender thought about challenging the 3, but saw who was shooting it and backed away.
Korver against Thomas. Here's Clarkson. It's deflected. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Kuzma. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Zizic passes to Hood. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
You know what I'll tell you? He's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. It's deflected.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
He's off on the first.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
And the second free throw, good. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George.
Oh, okay. Showing off big-time athleticism. JR is telling us he wants to be in a dunk contest.
Lakers trail by 11. Now, Ball. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
James dishes to Smith. Again, the miss by Smith. LA has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Ball with a wide open look. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him. The Cavaliers leading by 11. James kicks to Hill. Love outside. It's back to Hill. The 10-footer. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's James. And a missed layup. Lakers trail by 11. Caldwell Pope outside. Lopez a screen. Off the pick. Offensive rebound. The layup off target.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
James kicks to Hill. He feeds it to Smith. Here's Love. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 11 points for Kevin Love.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And for the Lakers, their shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Lopez a screen. Ingram kicks to Ball. Lopez a screen on Hill. Shot clock at 5. Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, I just love seeing it. Ball, put it on the deck, using those long strides to get all the way to the cup.
Hill kicks to Smith. The feed now to LeBron. Back to Smith. Pass to Hill. Smith outside. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Takes the 3. And it's LeBron missing. Lakers trail by 11. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Ball dishes to Caldwell Pope. Randall a screen on Smith. And they call an illegal screen here.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Cleveland leading by 11. And here is Hill. He had 13 points in the win against Atlanta. Off the screen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, you get the sense that LeBron's passing and ball handling were innate. His shooting is something he's had to work at.
The Cavaliers have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And for LeBron, at times, his three-point shot has abandoned him, Steve. Last season, getting that shot locked in was a focus.
Yeah, in the past, it's really been about LeBron James driving the basketball, playing bully ball, getting to the rim. As later in his career, as you know, the three-point shot from LeBron has gotten better and better and better.
And both free throws good for LeBron. Smitty, what do you think about the super teams being put together? People have complained that it's not right for a mid-market or smaller market team like Oklahoma City to lose a Kevin Durant and go to a team that's already great. What do you think about these teams getting even stronger and maybe the other teams weakening because of it, and the overall strength of the league then is lopsided?
Well, I think when you look at it, when you watch teams that win championship, they always usually have a big 3 some kind of way. But I think now people are looking at it, if it's, I guess, created organically, people are all right. But I think now people are saying, how can a guy just lose to these guys and join them? But I think it's still a business, and I think when a guy is a free agent, he has that choice. And you look at Kevin Durant speaking, he wanted to go where he thought was the best place for him to win a championship, where he felt comfortable. It's just that they just lost to the Golden State. That's why I think a lot of people are unhappy.
And not an indictment on Oklahoma City, but I think also, would you agree, Steve, the style of play with the Warriors really attracted Durant?
I think the style of play by the Warriors would attract me right now, and I can't get up in town and run. He likes to shoot threes. He likes to get up, and his offense is probably what he does best. And Golden State Warriors are one of those teams, they do it at a high level. It was a match made in heaven.
Now here's Ingram. He's guarded by Hill. That one falls.
And Ingram is just so long. I mean, he covers a ton of space and just so quick in transition.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. And he even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. The Cavaliers leading by 9. LeBron outside. The screen from Thompson. Smith wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 5 assists tonight. LA has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Randall passes to Caldwell Pope. Here's Lopez. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Smith against Caldwell Pope. Smith kicks to LeBron. Screen by Smith. Love outside. Thompson dishes to Love. Deep 2 from Hill. And he gets it back. And Thompson throws it down.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
Lakers trail by 14. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. The pass to Ball. Picked by Randall. There's the pick. Now here's Ball. Guarded closely. Shot clock at 5. Lopez against Thompson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Larry Nance is checked in for the Cavaliers. The Lakers also with a sub. Zubats is checked in. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Outside Hill. Now here's James. He's covered closely. Here's Nance. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And this now a list of guys who can shoot it as well as they can pass it. The point guards with the highest shooting percentage in the NBA. 4th, Lonzo Ball.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
You're right. I don't care what position it is. With percentages like that, get them more shots. Tough night for him shooting the basketball, but this team has been resilient. That's why they've held the lead.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
Smith for 3. Rebound the Lakers. Now the Lakers on the break. And that one is stuffed right through.
As a defender, hard to keep up with KCP in transition. He has excellent get up and go.
Screen by Smith. Kicks it to Nance. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, the NBA can be a superstitious place at times, Steve, with all the quirks and characters in the league. And you played. What was the strangest game day ritual that you ever saw?
I think Harold Miner. He touched everything with his nose, his gym shoes, his wristbands, the basketballs at the free throw line, and everybody did. And I think for me, as I got older, it wasn't strange. It was out of necessity. I had to get in some kind of steam room and have all those hot pads wrapped around me just to get loose to play.
I like that story. I don't like Baby Jordan's story, though. Harold Miner, that doesn't work for me. I don't understand that one. That free throw, no good.
And for Cleveland, repeat or no repeat, just having that first title still resonates. A city no longer defined by sports futility.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Zizic is checked in for Tristan Thompson. Rodney Hood comes in for James. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Clarkson in for George Hill. Good on the second free throw. You know, Steve, many felt that it was fitting that the Cavaliers came back in the 2016 finals from a 3-1 series deficit to win it all. If you're going to finally break through, it would have to be against all odds to make something like that happen.
Yeah, so true. And the actual ring the team got after that comeback has a story to it. 3 white diamonds and 4 red garnets, showing the sequence of wins and losses. It reflects determination and the end of a curse.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Lakers trail by 11. Ennis with the ball. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. They set the screen. It's deflected. Clarkson up top. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Hood gets the bucket.
The quick trigger. Hood piercing the defense with the effective catch and shoot J.
Pass to Kuzma. Now here's Zubac. The rebound by Nance. Nance has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now here's Clarkson. Nance a screen. Off the screen. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Nance has got 5 points so far.
Superb pick there that allowed his teammate to get open and get a clean look at the basket.
Thomas against Korver. Thomas passes to Fry. He kicks it to Thomas. Over Korver. Thomas, no luck. Cleveland leading by 16. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Korver. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Ennis. Back to Thomas. They need this.
Not just an offensive player. Kyle Korver, the mitten, works hard on the defensive end.
And so it's Cleveland with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Kyle, big double-digit lead here at the end of the half. What's been the difference?
I mean, we're at home playing with energy. We knocked down some shots. We can be better, but, you know, we'll take a double-digit lead for sure.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no slowing down Kevin Love early on. He had 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settled for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first 2 quarters. Just a great effort
for him for the entire half.
He bullied his way inside for a ton of rebounds, and until they get a body on him, he's just going to keep coming at him.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. Ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
No surprise, in a battle of wheels down low, the big man comes away with it.
And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. To take a look at the Warriors, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, Los Angeles just way behind.
And I think for the Lakers, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
They really have. And maybe it's not the time to close the book on their season just yet, but that time isn't far off.
And Thompson kicks to Hill. Smith for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Ingram's got his third rebound tonight. Feeds the ball. Back to Ingram. That's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Hill dishes to Thompson. Pick up by Hill. Shot clock at 6. They get it back. Tries again. And Thompson with the nice bucket inside. Thompson's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Cavs. Ball kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Got a piece of it. Caldwell-Pope against Smith. And Hill has it in the corner. Back to Smith. Cleveland moving the ball around. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers trail by 18. And Steve, so many star players get credit for their offensive game. LeBron James is just as much a factor on the other end of the floor at the defensive end.
Yeah, on that end, he's incredibly versatile. He can guard 1 through 5. He said that his chase down block of Iguodala in the 2016 finals was the defining play of his career. Obviously, he takes tremendous pride in his defensive game.
Smith against Caldwell-Pope. Looking to get back on track here. 5 to shoot. And finished off by LeBron.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Los Angeles calls timeout. And you look back for J.R. Smith. You know, Steve, over the years, some questionable choices. His reputation took a hit. But do you feel he's turned over a new chapter in his life?
Yeah, I do. I mean, spending time with LeBron James has definitely had him matured. Everybody looked at him as a prankster. Not just on the court, but off the court. He's doing a better job. I'm happy to see him maturing.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Hill.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Dishes at the ball. It's Ingram on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. A beautiful reverse layup. Ingram's got 5 now.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
James in the post. He's got 10. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line. That's going to send LeBron James to the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram. The Cavaliers have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight, 6 of 9 to be exact.
One shot behind the lanes.
And this Cavs payroll last season, I mean, the highest in NBA history, with luxury tax penalties in the tens of millions. And we saw some friction as they looked to control salary, and LeBron pushed them to add more talent.
They set the pick. Randall kicks to Caldwell Pope. Lopez a screen. Shot off the screen. Lopez controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
It's a pick by Love, and the dunk by James.
Somebody's got to rotate over, but who wants to step in front of LeBron?
Lakers trail by 19. And the Cavaliers were able to add some key veteran help at the trade deadline.
Yeah, some key contributors they were able to get off of waivers as well. That's how the rich get richer. But with LeBron talking about the team being top-heavy, they needed to add some depth. And Julius Randle, that 7th pick back in the 14 draft out of Kentucky, was a 5-star recruit out of high school and was able to help get the Wildcats to the championship round. So this is a guy who is used to the spotlight.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Julius Randle with an intriguing game, a great rebounder. He's a pretty good ball handler for his size, too.
Yeah, he likes to rip it and run, and very athletic when he gets ahead of steam, and boy, he can be tough to contain.
Both free throws good from Randle. Here's LeBron. He's got 15. Smith right side, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. The 2K leaderboard is on the screen now to reveal the dominant scores in the NBA over the last month. 5th on the list, LeBron James.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
Lakers trail by 17. Caldwell Pope passes the ball. Back to Caldwell Pope. He dishes it to Ball. Picked by Randle. Lopez a screen on LeBron. Ball kicks to Randle. Lopez against Hill. Fade away. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Keeping his head on a swivel, LeBron locates the open man.
Lakers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Ingram kicks to Ball. Randle a screen on James. Lopez a screen. Over Thompson. And again, no good by the Lakers. The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. Shoots over Ingram, and LeBron with the basket, the assist by Hill. 17 points for LeBron.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Ball. No good with the triple. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Smith kicks to Hill. Love outside. Connects from three-point range. Love's got 5 points now this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Caldwell Pope with it. Now Smith defending. Randle a screen on James. Lopez a screen. Ball kicks to Randall to the inside. Here's Lopez. Lopez missing again. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Ingram, and Thompson sends it back.
Great timing by Tristan Thompson on that block. That's his forte.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Cleveland. Clarkson comes in for George Hill. And here is Los Angeles now. Caldwell Pope kicks to Thomas. Now Caldwell Pope. He has 7. Pass to Kuzma. 4 on the clock. Will it go? Kept alive. Lopez. And Thompson sends it back. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. A rebound by the Lakers. Fry's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he slams that one down.
And sweet drive there. KCP, a smooth operator with terrific straight line speed.
Clarkson kicks to LeBron. No good. Good D by Lopez. Lakers shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Thomas, good.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
The Cavaliers leading by 20. Korver kicks to James. And he uses the glass on the layup. LeBron's got 19 points.
How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
Here's Thomas. Rebound collected by Clarkson.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
And Smitty, Kevin Love has weathered a surprising amount of criticism over the years. In Minnesota, he put up big numbers, but they said he wasn't a winner. Then he goes to Cleveland, and they say, you know, what's happened to those big numbers?
You're right. It's a catch-22. Really not fair. Last season, I think he answered all those questions. He did it all, a 20-10 contributor on an elite team.
And that one falls for Love.
The 5th pick in the 2008 draft, Kevin Love entered the league with a maturity well beyond his years.
Zizic is checked in for the Cavaliers. Hood comes in for James. And then for the Lakers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Brook Lopez. And it's Tyler Ennis in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Both free throws good from Love. Here's Thomas. He's got 12. Passes to Kuzma. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Kuzma's got 10 points. The Cavaliers leading by 22. Outside Korver. The dish to Clarkson. Love outside. 6 to shoot. Hood gets the bucket. He has 7.
The vision of Love, the willingness to make the extra pass, just more reasons why he's so dangerous in this offense.
And here is Thomas. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Rodney Hood has good size at 6'8". Really uses his frame well to get his shots off.
The Cavaliers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The first one falls. Well, the league has long had a rookie orientation program. People rave about it. It continues to develop and evolve. More recently, Steve, they've created a program for players transitioning to retirement. This is an outstanding idea. What's important with that in your eyes?
I'm glad you brought that up, Kevin. I think the rookie orientation should even start even earlier. I think it should start at the college level. Not saying that everybody's going to make it to the NBA, but it helps you what they give you just in the game of life. And then transitioning to retirement, I think it should be the first day you sign that NBA contract, the transition should start, because it could end with an injury. And obviously we know even if you play a lengthy career, in 10 or 12 years it's over.
Like if you were going to talk to a young player and if the player said, Steve, give me one thing that I need to remember as I go through my career and then it ends, what's the one piece of advice you would feed to a young player about what's going to be at the end of this journey?
Well, I think first of all, there's a couple things, Kevin, and I have to answer. First, you got to keep your value system. Second, financially, you got to understand is make it simple as possible. You're not going to be able to live on the same type of salary for the rest of your life. So if you have a contract, say $20 million, in a simple way, divide that up for like 50 years, because that's how much you're going to need to be able to live off on.
There's a screen. And it's Korver off the drive, loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Korver's got his second bucket of the night. Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. And there's Thomas with the three. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
Bad communication defensively. This is the last guy you want to leave open from there.
Now, here's Clarkson. Defense right on him. The feed to Korver. Pulls it from the elbow. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Korver's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The three from Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Hood kicks to Clarkson. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact. And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
One shot.
And that one misses. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
And a look here at the shot chart for the Lakers.
And when you look at this shot chart, you get a good visual of just how often they are settling for something outside. They have to know that this defense wants them to take those kinds of shots, and they would be a lot better off if they recommit to attacking the basket.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Outside Thomas. It's deflected. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. The pass to Korver. Down low. It's tipped. Outside Hood. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Drills the three-pointer. Clarkson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Thomas dishes to Fry. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And when you're in catch-up mode, you can ill afford these kinds of errors.
I feel like they're getting ahead of themselves. Just need to rein it in. Focus on each individual possession.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Clarkson kicks to Corver. A 3-ball. Cleveland gets it back. Second chance shot. The shot misses. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Cleveland. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here's Ennis. We've got Zizic. Larry Nance out there with Green. Then there's Calderon. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. High arcing shot. That one good for 2. Zubats has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Lakers. Well, Cleveland shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Nance sets a screen for Calderon. And Nance now atop the key. They set the screen. And Calderon gets it to go on the assist by Nance.
The poise of Jose, taking what the defense allows, sneaking inside for the bucket.
Back to Ennis. Well, Steve, it's something that everyone has a different opinion on. How do you feel about the current amount of years a player has to play in college before they enter the NBA draft?
Well, Kevin, I look at it this way is I like the notion that people have been throwing around that you're able to come out of high school and go to NBA. But if you choose to go to college, you must play 2 years. So I'm leaning toward and researching and looking at that. I think I'm on board with that because there are some guys should have the opportunity straight out of high school, and there are some guys I think need college. So I think if they can balance that out, and I think that's the way I would be leaning.
I like that perspective. Pass to Zizic. Back to Calderon. Nance a screen. Calderon kicks to Nance. It's taken away by Payton. Now here's Ennis. He's guarded closely. No good off the back of the rim.
And tonight he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Nance sets a screen for Calderon. Down low. And Nance slams it in.
Beautiful dish by Jose Calderon, one of the league's more polished distributors in the pick and roll.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Green against Williams. There's the steal. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. On the wing, Nance. To the wing on the left. Osman. No good. Shot missing. Now here's Ennis. Covered by Nance. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Well, every so often a team will have a home game and see their stadium flooded with fans for the away team. Happens when a especially good, popular team is playing a team kind of in a bad part of their schedule, or maybe just in a bad part of their development. Smitty, do players notice when this happens, and does it bother them at all?
Yeah, players notice it. It does bother you. It happened to me when in the Chicago Bulls era. You hear people cheering more for Michael Jordan than their own players. It's because people love to see winners. People have their favorite players, and a lot of people right now look at it as they want to come see their favorite player. As a player, you just got to go out, beat Michael Jordan, go out and win, and usually the fans will turn into your favor.
Ingram with it. Now Green defending, just 5 to shoot. And again, the Lakers no good.
And another miss. Woo, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Calderon with it. In the corner, Smith with it from deep. Lopez grabs the board. Lopez has got 6 rebounds in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Smith outside. He feeds it to Green. The shot off that time, and the Lakers take it the other way. Ingram kicks to Payton. Pass to Hart. Feeds to Ingram. Trying to get back on track. Second chance shot. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Hart, no good.
You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
Calderon passes to Green. Calderon against Payton. Passes it to Zizic. Payton against Calderon from deep. Green. That doesn't go either for Green. LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Powered down as the whistle blows. A 3-point play chance.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
And the new CBA hammered out Smitty last season between the league and the players. It really seemed to get done. Adam Silver, a terrific job. Chris Paul leading the players' side. They got together early and seemed to be much more cordial in their negotiations. I think that's a wonderful sign.
I think the game is in good hands right now, and I was happy from, like you said, from the league side and the players' union side. You said it best, Kevin. They got together early, and that's why I think it was seamless. And the game right now is going so well, and they didn't mess it up, and I'm happy about it.
And you know what? I'll even go on. I'll take it one step further. I don't know if there's a professional league in the world right now that is in better shape in almost every aspect than the NBA. What do you think?
I totally agree, Kevin. Right now, we have a magical time right now in the NBA. Things are running well on the court and off the court.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Here's Payton. Sweet little floater.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Calderon passes to Zizic. Green, the screen. Out to Smith. No one near him. And it's good, 2 points.
And this is where JR can put it on you. Excellent in the catch and shoot.
Payton against Calderon. Payton dishes to Ingram. Left side Williams. Just his first attempt. Great D that time from Green. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. The 15-footer and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And for a guy who makes his living from beyond the arc, that mid-range jumper must look like a layup to JR.
Williams' shot is off. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th and even 50%. Screen by Smith. The pass to Zizic. Kicks it to Smith. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Williams. That one drops for him.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Williams a screen. Here's Hart. Over Smith. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Calderon, no good. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Ingram wide open. Los Angeles with another miss.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much.
Smith left side. Over Hart. Nice shot by Smith.
He doesn't need much room. With a hand in his face, JR still drills it.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Hart, covered by Smith. Now here's Ingram, over Green to end the run, and it's good on the way in.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Calderon kicks to Green to the wing right side. There's the pick. Lobbed up there for Green.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Now Ingram. And Smitty, with your perspective from your years in the league, as you watch the game now, what are some of the things you most enjoy watching or paying attention to when you watch an NBA game?
I think different. You know, back in my day, it was more of the 1, 2, the third option. Guys on the team, they got the basketball the majority of the time. I love the way now guys move the basketball around. It gets to the 5th option, and those guys are a threat. And also, those guys knock down more big shots now. Not just the superstars. So just watching the game evolve to more of a team game, it's a joy to watch, Kevin.
Is there better coaching now, you think, overall, Steve, than when you played? And that's not an indictment of the coaches that you had, but is there more of it now? Is there better coaching or bigger staffs for sure?
I think it was better coaching back in my day, but I think the philosophies have changed right now. I think they have better philosophies on how to approach the game, but I think overall it was better coaching in my day.
That's a very good answer. Payton outside. Dishes it to Ingram. Lopez a screen. Out to Payton. Trying his luck deep. Clarkson, he's checked in for Jose Calderon. Los Angeles making a switch here. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on an 18-7 run. Outside, Green. Back to Clarkson. Cleveland moving it around. And stolen by Fry. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Over in the corner, Williams. Over Green. That's short off the rim.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Cleveland.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
He plays with such intelligence, creating good angles for the pass, hitting guys where they can do something with it, trying to make the most of every possession tonight.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
You know, you feel on top of the world when it happens as a player, just the relationship you have with the fans.
Here's Payton. It's rebounded by Cleveland. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Kuzma pulls it in.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Pick by Williams. Jacks up a 3. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you later.